Now, when it comes to siblings, it's always that one who's become bigger than the other. Here's a few examples. The Simmons brothers, Ronald Ross Kendrick and Tracy Ellis Ross, Beyonce and Solange, Tasha and Cedra Smith, Felicia Rashad and Debbie Allen, David and Jimmy Ruffin, the Franklin sisters, and Steve and Wood Harris, to name a few. There's many more that may not know. Now, Marvin and Frankie Gaye, these two not only look the same, but they sound very similar. Today I'm going to bring you a story that many may not know. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Without further ado, let's cue that intro. Born Francis Gaye on November 15th, 1941 in Washington, D.C. to Alberta Williams and Marvin Gaye Sr. Now, Francis, he's the third of four children. He grew up in a very strict home. Now, growing up, everyone called him Frankie. When Marvin showed interest in singing, so did Frankie. These two were very close. They both were singing at church's choir. Then they would join numerous local doo-wop groups. When Harvey Fuqua and Marvin Gaye left Washington, Frankie, he decided to stay and establish himself as a singer on the Washington club scene. Frankie, he would get drafted in 1964 for the Vietnam War at the age of 25. Now, while in the Army, Frankie, he served as a radio DJ. In 1967, he was discharged from the Army. Now, Marvin and Frankie, they was very close. Like I stated earlier, they would share real emotional conversations about Frankie's time in Vietnam. This was another reason that inspired Marvin to create the song What's Happening Brother and the album What's Going On. Frankie moved to Los Angeles with Marvin in 1972 and started working with Marvin by organizing his live shows and his business interests. During Marvin live performances, Frankie, he would often join Marvin on stage. This would lead to Frankie gaining a contract with Motown for his background vocals. The first song that Frankie provided background vocals on was Marvin Gaye's song, Got to Give It Up. This song will reach number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts and number 1 on the R&B charts. During his time in Motown, Frankie, he worked with several Motown artists like Mary Wells and Kim Weston. Frankie looked and sounded so much like Marvin, he decided to stay out the limelight so he won't get overshadowed by his older brother. In 1972, he composed a soundtrack for the film Penitentiary. On April 1st, 1984, Marvin Gaye was shot and killed by his father. Now, for more details on the life and death of Marvin Gaye, go ahead and check out his story in the description box below. When this incident happened, Frankie, he was actually next door when it all took place. In 1984, Frankie, he signed to Motor City Records, which was a label in the UK that loved the sound of Motown, so they would recreate songs with former Motown stars. In 1988, he would release a song, People, We All Got to Fall in Love with Each Other. Frankie and Kim Weston would record the song It Takes Two in 1989. Now, this song was originally done with Marvin and Kim in 1966. That same year, he would release the song Extraordinary Girl. And in 1991, Frankie, he would release his debut album titled My Brother, which was an album that was a tribute for his older brother, Marvin Gaye. In 1996, his second album was set to be released, titled The Very Best of Frankie Gaye. Now, Frankie, he would go on to have 5 kids and he was married twice. In 2001, he would suffer from a heart attack, and on December 30th, 2001, Frankie, he would pass away from complications due to suffering a heart attack. He was 60 years old. Now, at the time of his death, he was writing a memoir titled Marvin Gaye, My Brother. The book was set to be released in 2002. Now, there wasn't much information that could be found on Frankie Gaye, but one thing for certain, he's a musical legend. one for being the inspiration to one of the best albums ever, and having his voice on some of Marvin's biggest hits. Thanks to all my subscribers for watching, and those that's not a subscriber, thank you as well. If you like what you see and would like to see more, check out a few more videos. And until then, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.